JFK 40 years, 40 people, 40 stories. On News Talk 820 WBAP.
Before John F. Kennedy, Cowtown had been a presidential no man's land for nearly 3 decades.
We had not had a sitting president in Fort Worth, except on the campaign swing, since 1936.
In 2003, Jim Wright, now 80 years old, has suffered oral cancer. In 1963, then Congressman Wright was a rising national star in the Democratic Party. He helped to arrange President Kennedy's visit to the Metroplex on November 22nd, 1963.
I'm glad to be here in Jim Wright City. He's contributed to its growth. He speaks for Fort Worth. He speaks for the country.
A few hours after Kennedy's appearance at that Fort Worth hotel, he was headed to downtown Dallas. Jim Wright recalls the president's decision to ride in an open car.
He wanted to see the whites of their eyes. He wanted them to see his face and his eyes and who he was. Though his Secret Service people were trying to prevail upon him to take that bubble-top limousine, but President Kennedy just refused that.
Wright was a few cars behind the president's limousine.
As I passed that crowd on the grassy knoll, I could tell by the looks on their faces that they had just witnessed a stunning event. They were petrified.
Congressman Jim Wright eventually rose through the ranks of his party to become Speaker of the House. In the midst of a controversy involving sales of a book he had written, Wright stepped down from office in 1989. Even now, Wright says his friendship with the president and that dark day in Dallas shaped his view of public service.
It wasn't a question of making the government our enemy or something to hate. It was us.
For JFK 40, I'm Jim Ryan, WBAP 24-Hour News.
Listen for JFK 40, the Lost Kennedy tapes at 11 a.m. Saturday, November 22nd on News Talk 820 WBAP.